listen, oh, come closer. You want to hear about the man who went to the city for 1 week, came back to the village and told his wife of 15 years, the mother of his 4 children, that she was getting too fat and he wanted her to have a Gen Z waist? What happened next will make you laugh until you cry and then clap for the woman's wisdom. This story will teach every man out there that some words should never leave your mouth if you value your peace. You see, in our village of Umuaku, there lived a couple, Chief Obi and his wife Favor. Now, when I say Chief Obi, don't think he was a real chief with any traditional title. No. We just called him Chief because the man was always acting like he was more important than everyone else. Chest out, walking like he owned the whole village, talking big grammar even when small grammar would do. But Favor, that woman was the real backbone of that family. While Chief Obi was busy walking around the village giving unsolicited advice to people and attending every meeting whether he was invited or not, Favor was the one farming, trading, cooking, raising their 4 children, Chukudi, Nkechi, Obina, and little Chioma, and making sure the family didn't collapse. She was what our people call the neck that turns the head. Without her, Chief Obi would just be a head rolling around on the ground, going nowhere. Now let me tell you about Favor, because this part is important. This woman is beautiful. I'm not talking about ordinary beautiful. I'm talking about the kind of beautiful that made women jealous and men respectful. Smooth dark skin that glowed like she bathed in shea butter every day. A figure that was perfectly proportioned. Nice hips, defined waist, full chest, shapely legs. The kind of body that made other women ask, Favor, what is your secret? And you know what her secret was? 4 children. Yes, this woman had given birth to 4 children and her body bounced back beautifully each time. She wasn't skinny like a broomstick, but she wasn't big either. She was perfectly balanced, the kind of figure our grandmothers would call complete woman body. When she walked to the market in her wrapper and blouse, men would greet her with respect and women would compliment her. Favor, you are looking fresh, oh. After 4 children, you still look like this. What are you eating? She was 40 years old, but could easily pass for 30. Glowing, strong, shapely, and very, very respected in the village. Her waist was already small, naturally small, but apparently that wasn't enough for her foolish husband. 4 pregnancies, 4 deliveries, 4 children she carried for 9 months each, pushed out with pain and tears, breastfed until her breast felt like empty leather bags, and raised with her own sweat and blood. Now, Chief Obi's trouble started when his cousin in Lagos invited him to come and spend 1 week in the city. Just 1 week, 7 days. But those 7 days were enough to fill the man's head with nonsense that would take months to empty out. He came back from Lagos on a Saturday afternoon, stepping out of the bus like he was a different person entirely. Dark sunglasses, even though the sun was setting. Skinny jeans, yes, skinny jeans on a 45-year-old village man. A tight shirt that made him look like sausage trying to escape its wrapper. And sneakers that were so white they were blinding people. He heard excited voices calling from inside the compound, but waved them off gently. Careful, don't dirty my clothes. These are designer. Designer! In Umuaku village, where the most designer thing we had was Mama Ngozi's goat that could open gates by itself. Favor came out from the kitchen where she had been preparing his favorite soup, oha soup with plenty stockfish and ugu, the kind that takes hours to prepare properly. She was wearing her wrapper and blouse, her head tie sitting nicely on her head, her face glowing with the happiness of seeing her husband after 1 week. Nami, welcome. How was Lagos? She moved to embrace him. Chief Obi looked at her from head to toe and something flickered in his eyes. "Favor," he said, not returning her embrace. "We need to talk." Those 4 words, "we need to talk," nothing good ever follows those words. It's like when the sky turns dark in the middle of the day, you know something terrible is coming. But Favor didn't notice the warning. She was too happy. Yes, come inside. I made your favorite soup. I missed you." That evening, after they had eaten, Auntie Fobi ate that soup. He ate like a man who had been starving in Lagos, scraping the bowl clean, licking his fingers, even using his wrapper to wipe his mouth. But after eating, after his stomach was full and happy, that's when the foolishness began. They were in their room. Auntie Fobi cleared his throat in that way men do when they want to say something stupid but think it's wise. "Favor, I've been thinking." "Yes, my husband." She was folding his clothes, putting them away neatly. "You know I love you, right?" Favor stopped folding. When a man starts with, "You know I love you," the next thing he says will prove he doesn't love you at all. "Yes, I know, and I love you too." Good. Because what I'm about to say is because I care about you, about us, about our future. "What is it, Obi? You're scaring me." He stood up, paced around the room like he was preparing to give a speech at the village square. "In Lagos, I saw things. I saw how modern women take care of themselves, how they stay fit, stay young, stay attractive." Favor's eyes narrowed. "Obi, what are you trying to say?" "I'm saying," he paused dramatically, "I'm saying that you've let yourself go a bit. You're getting comfortable." "Comfortable?" "Yes, you know, a little bit rounder, bigger, not as slim as you used to be." The room went very quiet, very, very quiet, the kind of quiet that comes before a thunderstorm. Favor put down the clothes she was folding very carefully, very slowly. "Obi, are you calling me fat?" No, not fat. Just, not as fit as you could be. I mean, look at these Lagos girls. They have what they call Gen Z waists. Tiny waist, flat stomach, snatched. Very modern, very attractive. Gen Z waist? Yes, it's trending. Everyone wants it. And I was thinking, maybe you could, try to get that kind of body too. Exercise, diet, maybe stop eating so much gari and... He didn't finish that sentence because Favor picked up the pillow from the bed and threw it at his head with a force that could knock down a palm tree. Gen Z waist? Her voice could probably be heard in the next village. Tie rope on my waist? After 4 children? After 15 years of marriage, you want me to squeeze my waist like I'm a packaging stockfish? Footsteps came running from outside. "Mama, Papa, what's happening?" "Go to your room," both parents shouted at the same time. Chief Obi tried to backtrack. "Favor, I didn't mean..." "You didn't mean what? You didn't mean to insult the woman who already has a beautiful body, who carried your children, who cooked your food, who managed your house. You went to Lagos for 1 week and now you want me to tie rope on my waist like I'm a Christmas present? You want me to squeeze myself into corset until I can't breathe? You want me to look like small girls who survive on salad and air? But baby, I'm just trying to help." "Help? You want to help? Then come and help me in the kitchen. Come and help me on the farm. Come and carry the load I've been carrying alone while you've been walking around the village playing chief." "Favor, you are overreacting." Wrong words. Very wrong words. You never tell an angry woman she's overreacting. That's like pouring petrol on fire and then complaining that it's burning too much. Overreacting? Get out. Get out of this room. "This is my room too." "Oh, so now you remember it's your room? Then sleep in it. But I'm going to the guest room. And tomorrow, since you want Gen Z waste, let me show you what else Gen Z does. They don't cook for ungrateful husbands." And she stormed out, leaving Chief Obi standing there looking confused like a goat that wandered into a church service. That night, Chief Obi slept alone. The next morning, he woke up expecting to smell his usual Sunday breakfast, akara and pap, fried yam and stew, tea with milk and plenty sugar. But nothing. The kitchen was silent. He went to check and found Favor there cooking. 4 plates on the table, not 5. Favor, what about me? She didn't even look at him. Oh, sorry, I forgot. You see, with my fat body and slow movement, my memory is not as sharp as those Gen Z girls. Maybe you should marry one of them to cook for you. Favor, this is childish. Childish? No, this is Gen Z. Gen Z girls don't cook, oh, they order food. So go and order your own food from Lagos. Chief Obi was hungry, but his pride was stronger. He dressed up and went to his friend Mazi Okoro's house, hoping to get sympathy and maybe some food. Mazi, my wife is misbehaving. Mazi Okoro, a wise old man who had been married for 35 years and knew when to stay out of couples' business, just smiled. What did you do? Me? I didn't do anything. I just suggested she should try to lose a little weight, get Gen Z waist, modern body. Mazi Okoro's smile disappeared. You did what? I just said, my friend, are you mad? You told your wife, who is already beautiful, whose waist is already nice, that she needs to make it smaller, to tie it with rope like a bag of rice? I didn't say rope. I said waist trainer. It's different. It's the same thing. You're asking a woman who has given you 4 children to squeeze her organs together just to look like Instagram pictures. Do you know how foolish that sounds? Another friend, Ikena, was sitting there too. He started laughing. Chief Obi, you've entered trouble, oh. One chance trouble. The kind that even pastor's prayer cannot solve. But I was just trying to help her improve. Improve? Mazi Okoro stood up. My friend, let me tell you something. That woman wakes up at 4 a.m. to prepare food for your family. She goes to the farm. She sells at the market. She takes care of your household. She washes your clothes. She manages your house. And you who just came back from 1 week of eating jollof rice in Lagos, you have the audacity to tell her she needs to improve? Get out of my house before your foolishness infects me. Chief Obi left feeling worse than when he came. He went to another friend, Emeka. Same result. Every single person he talked to told him he was wrong. Even the young boys in the village were laughing at him. Chief said what? Her waist should be smaller. But Favor's waist is already fine. The man wants her to tie rope and cut herself in half. This one na premium foolishness. And you know the woman is beautiful, oh, very beautiful, nice figure. But he's comparing her to those Instagram girls who edit their pictures. After 4 children, the man is mad. By evening, the whole village had heard the story. And you know village people, we don't keep gossip small. We expand it, add flavor, add seasoning, make it sweet. Did you hear? Chief Obi told his wife to make her waist smaller. Smaller? But Favor already has a nice waist. What does he want? For her to tie rope and cut herself in half? He wants her to look like those Lagos girls who don't eat food, just salad and water. After 4 children, the woman's body is already beautiful. Some women would kill for her figure. And you know Favor is not even big. She's perfectly shaped. African mother body with shape. But this man wants pencil waist like cartoon character. That man must be under spell. Lagos spell. TikTok spell. Instagram spell. Chief Obi couldn't take it anymore. He went back home that evening, hungry and humiliated. Favor was in the living room, looking fresh and happy, watching a Nollywood movie. Favor, please, I'm sorry, I'm very sorry. I was foolish. She didn't even pause the movie. Sorry for what exactly? For what I said about your body. Be specific. Chief Obi swallowed his pride. I'm sorry for saying your waist needs to be smaller and that you should tie waist trainer or rope to make it like Gen Z girls. It was disrespectful and stupid. And you're already beautiful. Your waist is perfect. Your whole body is perfect. Try again, this time with real feeling, and add why my body is the way it is. Chief Obi got on his knees. Favor, you are the most beautiful woman in this village. You already have a gorgeous figure, a figure that women half your age wish they had. Your body is perfect because it shows your strength and your journey. You've given me 4 wonderful children from that body. You work hard every day. You take care of our home. And I was a complete fool to let those silly Lagos ideas, those fake Instagram pictures and edited videos get into my head and make me think you needed to change even one thing about yourself. Please forgive me. Favor paused the movie and looked at him. The whole room was silent. Even the crickets outside stopped chirping to hear what would happen next. You know what Gen Z also does? She asked. What? They don't tolerate disrespect. They know their worth. They don't beg for respect. They demand it. So maybe I should be more Gen Z in that sense. Yes, you should. So here's what is going to happen. For the next 1 week, you will cook your own food, you will wash your own clothes, you will do everything I normally do for you. Then, maybe you will understand why I don't have time to be doing waist exercises like someone who has nothing to do. But Favor, 1 week, that's all. Think of it as Gen Z independence. Even Chifobi had to smile a little, even though he knew he was in trouble. That week was the longest week of Chifobi's life. He tried to cook and burn the soup. He tried to wash clothes and mix the white ones with the colored ones. Everything turned pink. He tried to iron his shirt and burned a hole in it. By evening each day, he was ready to collapse. By day 3, he was already begging, Favor, please, I've learnt my lesson. Only 3 days? Gen Z has endurance. Keep going. By day 5, the man looked like he had fought a war and lost. His clothes were rumpled. His hair was rough. He had lost weight, actual weight, from stress and eating his own terrible cooking. The village people were enjoying the show. Have you seen Chifobi? He looks like someone who escaped from a wrestling match with a lion. His wife is teaching him sense. I wish more women would do this. On day 7, Favor took pity on him. She woke up early and cooked his favorite breakfast. The smell of fresh akara and pap woke him up, and he followed the scent to the kitchen like a man in a trance. Favor, is this for me? Sit down and eat, you foolish man. He sat down and ate like he hadn't eaten in months. Tears were actually coming out of his eyes. This is the best food I've ever tasted in my life. It's the same food I cook every day. You are just too busy thinking about Gen Z waste to appreciate it. After eating, Chifobi looked at his wife with new eyes. Favor, I want to apologize properly. I was disrespectful. I was foolish. I let the world outside make me forget the value of what I have at home. You are not just beautiful, you are strong, you are wise, you are the foundation of this family. And I promise, from today, I will never disrespect you again. Favor looked at him carefully. You know what Gen Z also does? What? They don't tolerate disrespect. They know their worth. They don't beg for respect, they demand it. Yes, you should. But Favor wasn't completely done teaching him a lesson, oh? No, she had one more surprise. A week later, she told him she was going to visit her sister in the next village for 3 days. You'll be alone in the house. Alone? But who will? Who will cook? Who will clean? You. Remember, you wanted Gen Z. Gen Z is independent. They can take care of themselves. And she left. She actually left. For 3 days, Chifobi lived like a bachelor again, and he hated every second of it. He realized how much work Favor did that he never noticed. The compound didn't sweep itself, the clothes didn't wash themselves, the food didn't cook itself. He tried to manage, but by the 3rd day, the house looked like a hurricane had passed through it. When Favor returned, she found him sitting in the living room, surrounded by dirty dishes and unwashed clothes, looking like a defeated army general.
Now, she said, standing over him with her hands on her hips. Those same wide hips he had criticized. Do you still want me to have Gen Z waist? Because Gen Z waist comes with Gen Z energy. And Gen Z girls are not killing themselves doing housework while their husbands criticize them. Chief Obi looked up at her, and for the first time, he really saw her. Not through the filter of Lagos fashion or Instagram trends or TikTok videos. He saw her as she truly was. A stunningly beautiful woman with a body that had done extraordinary things. A body that had created life 4 times and still looked amazing. A waist that was already small and shapely. Hips that were perfectly proportioned. A figure that was the envy of women throughout the village. Favor. I don't want Gen Z anything. I don't want you to tie any rope or wear any waist trainer or squeeze yourself into any corset. I want you, exactly as you are, with your beautiful natural waist, your gorgeous hips, your strong arms, your glowing face and all. You are perfect, more than perfect. You are legendary, and I was a blind fool not to see it. From that day forward, Chief Obi became a changed man, not just in words, but in actions. He started helping Favor in the kitchen, not as a favor, but as a partner. He stopped walking around the village acting important and spent more time at home being useful. He told anyone who would listen, "My wife is the most beautiful woman in the world with the most perfect figure, and any man who tells his already beautiful wife to change herself deserves to cook his own food for the rest of his life." The other men in the village learned from his mistake. Suddenly, they all became very careful about what they said to their wives. Compliments increased, criticisms disappeared. Any man who dared to suggest his wife needed to snatch her waist or tie it smaller would get reminded. You want to end up like Chief Obi, eating burnt soup and wearing pink clothes? The women of Umuaku were very pleased with this development and secretly thanked Favor for teaching all the men a lesson. But the best part of the story came 3 months later. Chief Obi's cousins from Lagos, the same one who had filled his head with Gen Z nonsense, came to visit the village. He came with his young girlfriend, a pretty girl with the famous Gen Z waist, tiny like a pencil, wearing a corset so tight you could see her struggling to breathe, wearing tight clothes and high heels. "This is Chidimma," the cousin announced proudly. "Isn't she beautiful? Perfect body, perfect waist. See how small. That's what I'm talking about." Everyone nodded politely, but they couldn't help noticing that the girl looked uncomfortable. She kept adjusting her corset, taking shallow breaths, and wincing every time she moved. Favor, on the other hand, was wearing her usual wrapper and blouse, her natural waist perfectly defined without any artificial squeezing, moving freely and comfortably, looking radiant and healthy. The contrast was striking. That afternoon, they went to the farm. The Lagos girlfriend, in her high heels and tight clothes, her corset squeezing her waist so tight she could barely bend, couldn't walk properly on the village paths. She was complaining about the heat, the insects, the sun. "I can't breathe properly in this heat. This corset is killing me." Meanwhile, Favor was carrying firewood on her head, her natural waist bending and flexing gracefully as she balanced the load, walking like a queen, breathing normally, looking strong and beautiful. In the evening, Favor cooked a feast, pounded yam and egusi soup, jollof rice, fried fish, salad. She moved around the kitchen with ease, her body free and comfortable. The Lagos girlfriend tried to help, but kept complaining. "This corset is so tight, I can't bend to stir the pot, I can't lift anything, I need to loosen it." "Then why are you wearing it?" one of the village women asked innocently. "For the waist, for the shape, you have to suffer to be beautiful." Favor laughed. "My dear, I gave birth to 4 children without any wahala, and I didn't need to tie rope on my waist to get my shape back. God gave me this waist. Why should I squeeze it?" At night, the generator stopped working. The Lagos girlfriend started screaming about mosquitoes and heat. "I need to take off this corset. I can't sleep in it, but if I take it off, my waist will expand."
Favor just opened the windows, brought out the local fan, and slept peacefully, her body relaxed and free. By morning, Chidima looked exhausted. She had barely slept, her waist had red marks from the corset, and she was moving like someone in pain. By the time the cousin and his girlfriend left after 3 days, even the young girl had learned something. Before they left, she pulled Favor aside. "Auntie, can I ask you something?" "Yes, my dear." "How is your waist so nice without any corset or waist trainer? How do you stay so beautiful without suffering?" And Favor replied with wisdom that every woman should hear. "My dear, this waist you are looking at gave birth to 4 children and it's still standing strong. I don't need to tie it with rope or squeeze it with corsets to make it beautiful. God made it. 4 pregnancies tested it and it came out victorious. Gen Z waist is beautiful, yes, but natural African woman waist that has done real work, that has carried life, that is power. When you stop trying to squeeze yourself into what Instagram says is perfect and start appreciating the body God gave you, that's when you become truly beautiful. Your waist doesn't need to be smaller, it needs to be stronger." The cousin looked at Chief Obi and said, "My brother, your wife is a queen. Don't ever let her go." Chief Obi put his arm around Favor proudly. "Oh, I learned that lesson already, the hard way." So, my people, let this story teach you. Whether you are Gen Z, millennial, or generation whatever they call it next, remember that everybody is beautiful in their natural state. Every size is perfect. You don't need to tie rope on your waist, squeeze yourself into corsets, or suffer to be beautiful. And most importantly, never ever tell your already beautiful wife that she needs to make her waist smaller, unless you want to learn the hard way. Thank you for watching to the end. See you in our next story. Bye!